What's up, guys? This is Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee. I'm getting ready to do another test drive. Normally I get to the cold starts, but they already had the cars today that I was getting ready to do, started and cleaned up and ready to go for some test drives. Of course, I got a lot to do today. I'm gonna try to knock out 3 cars, but today we're gonna start on this Chevelle Convertible with a 454. This is definitely a replacement motor that's been put in here. It's got 396 badges on it, so don't get it confused. That is a 454 big block and a 1969 Chevelle Convertible. We're going to take off down the road. I'm going to point out any kind of flaws. When I get back, I'm going to do a walk around, point out any flaws on the paint, body. We're going to check this car out completely. That way when you get here, you know exactly what you're coming to get. Let's stop wasting time. Let's go for a ride. All right, quickly go over the interior before we take off. Kind of look around. Nice clean white seats. Got a nice dash pad in it. It's not all cracked up. We're gonna start it up. None of the air controls work. It doesn't have AC, no heat. Of course, blower motor and stuff. Still up under the dash. It's just not kicking on. A radio here. Radio does work. Motor's still cold in this car. All we did was pull it in the back and wash it. Our windshield wipers, they do work. No horn. That's pretty much every option in this car. Let's take off. Gas gauge looks like it's right below a quarter tank, so we're gonna stop, put a little bit of gas in it. Mileage is showing 10,000. I can't stand behind that. It does have a replacement motor. Let's see. We don't have front seat belts. We do have rear seat belts. What I'm going to do is take off down the road, point out any kind of flaws I can see driving wise. Do have tilt column in here. Oil pressure's holding about 50. Does have a lower end gear. You don't want to jump on the highway in this car. It won't run 75. I mean, it will, but it'll be pushing R's too much. This is a very low geared car. I'd say about 55, 60 mile an hour. If you want to go faster than that, you'll have to change out the gear ratio in the rear end. So, car's going straight down the road. I'm not having any pulling issues. The steering wheel's nice and straight. I have to get out on the open road again so I can test and see if there's any slack. It felt pretty tight. Car's still cold, so the carb was popping a little bit. Looks like the temperature's finally coming up. It's about 140 now. Heard it shift. Nice and quick. Gas gauge is floating around, so I'm going to assume it's working, but we're going to stop here at the gas station. Turn signal lights popping up on the dash. I'm going to try my other one. They both work. They're both popping up. The switch feels good. Let me pull in here and get about $20 worth of gas. I'll check the gas gauge and we'll continue this test drive. Always run about $20 worth of premium fuel in all of our cars. Make sure they don't run out. I definitely want to keep gas in the tank. I'll show you where we put the gas in. That's right here behind the tag. we're gonna check this gauge. All right. Well, let me get the right key in here first, and we'll check the gas gauge. Right now, before I turn the key, the gas gauge is right below a quarter tank. And then when I turn that key, look at her climb. So the gas gauge does work. It's that time. I'm gonna stick y'all up in the driver's seat. I'll have to wait till I get back to the lot. I wanted to turn the idle down just a little bit. It's idled up just a bit high for my liking. And I checked the adjustment under there. I mean, that's all it is. It's got a really nice Holley setup. I just don't have the screwdriver to take the air cleaner off, or the screwdriver to adjust the carburetor. It's a 2-second fix. And we're going to continue this ride, work our way back. About 75% on the throttle. I don't like to mat them all the time. Not really my style. I want to see if the kickdown's hooked up though. That right there is matted. A lot of people ask me to do that every once in a while. So speedometer is working. It's not correct. Said we were going 80. We may be doing 55 at that point. We're doing 30 right now. 35. I do not believe the kickdown's hooked up on this one. Our temperature gauge is working. It's come up. We haven't even hit 180, and it was sitting there idling for a while. Oil pressure's still holding good. It's above 40 right now. No problem lighting the tires up in this one. Look like both hit, so. This car feels stout. Like I said, I'm gonna head back to the lot now. I want to do a walk around once we get back, point out any kind of flaws on the outside of this car, any chips, bodywork that I see. I noticed when I hit the brakes, it does pull a little bit on the steering wheel to the left. But the overall steering feels nice and tight. That was one thing I forgot to go back over, but as we were driving, it felt good. So I'm gonna adjust this carb. I'm gonna pull back in the lot, go ahead and adjust this carb out, and then I'm gonna do my walk around video so that you can actually hear it low or hit a lick. Turning all the way, it rubbed a little bit. Turn all the way this way. Don't rub at all on this side, just rub it on this side. It's not doing it now. We may have been in a dip too, because there's a little dip in our entrance. Just showing y'all reverse there. You see how high it's idled? Definitely gonna fix that. right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the test drive. Getting ready to do the little walk around. Guys, I appreciate you watching my video. If you have any further questions, you can jump on my website, MapleMotors.com. I got 100 detailed pictures of this car and every car on the lot. This was the test drive video, so if you don't mind, you can watch the walk around. I'm getting ready to do it. I'm gonna have it linked to the end of this one. Please hit that subscribe button. I post videos like this every single day. You can also give us a phone call, 615-822-4444. I appreciate y'all watching, and thanks again, guys. All right, I told y'all to adjust the carburetor, which I did. All I did was turn the idle down just a little bit right here. Listen to her purr now. She's got a great sound. Motor's nice and quiet.